By that time, I was now 18 years in prison and I started applying for parole. I was unsuccessful in numerous occasions. I knew I had a house out there that was in my name and everything. But when I sent the orders to go and verify my address, they came back to me and said, the people at that house that you sent us to say they don't know you. And I thought, hey, it might have been very long, but not so long that they forgot me. I left my wife and children there. Okay, but it cost me a delay of 5 years to verify an address. And after 5 years, I decided, no, I'm not going to play this game anymore. So I gave them an address of my niece, who was staying in not far in a different region. So when they went there, they approved it, and that's how I was released. I had to undergo all these programs of reconciling with the victims and, do this restorative justice program and all that, which I did. We sat at the table, and there were all these people there, head of prison and warders and social workers and all that. And I was not the one that had to say that how sorry I am and all that, and can they give me a chance because I want to be released from prison and all that. But even before I started speaking, this lady stood up and said, no, I just want to say something. We have heard the truth, but we heard it only afterward, that this man did not kill my brother. Somebody else killed my brother, and this man was sentenced for it. We are the ones that need to apologize to this man. And it was all that shock and amazement and disappointment and all that. Just 3 days after that, they called me and said, you know what? Within 14 days, you must be out of this place. You must go back home. And I came back home. My wife left me. She divorced me while I was in prison. And literally lost everything that I had, Those are one of the things we suffer. But finding the Lord has brought comfort, really. And has brought, a remedy also to the situation that I found myself in. After 21 years in prison, when I came out, I found that very same community whom it was said to me that if I'm removed from that community, it will become a better community. I found that community 40 times worse than what it was. Youngsters today who are the gangsterism has intensified to such an extent that youngsters have become so cruel that they do not have any respect for life. They even have a term for killing somebody. They say, let's take him out of the game. So they see this whole thing as a game, and it's very sad that still nothing is done. But the reason for that is because the people that are supposed to be in prison doesn't go to prison. And those that should not be in prison, they are the ones serving long sentences in prison. So the rot continues because the real perpetrators are still busy rotting up the community. I still realize the effects on drugs on a human life is terrible. That's why I'm trying my utmost. Ever since I came out of prison, I was having a program every Wednesday about drug and alcohol awareness, where I would teach people to refrain from drugs, what the causes of drugs are, what drugs does to their lives and all that, every Wednesday. And I had a person that sponsored me with loaves of bread and tins of fish that I would give to those people that came there. And I would invite drug addicts mainly, give them Bible study courses, and teach them about drug and alcohol awareness. It only stopped when this COVID thing came in. And I so wish that, those sponsors might come back again so that I can continue. There are people who they are in the labor force now working. They have stopped using drugs and all that because of that program. Really, I know some of them came there for the tin of fish and the loaf of bread, but they got the message. And to them, some of them, that message helped them. And they repented from drugs, doing drugs.